Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bran Awareness, a series where I talk about whatever the fuck I want. Generally, just give some life updates, kind of use the series to, relay some opinions, or at least it's kind of what its intended purpose was, but we're three episodes in now, and two out of the three are just like channel and life update stuff, which wasn't my intention at first, but honestly, I've been so busy the past while now just with university that I don't have much opinions on a lot of things other than, stuff I just tweet out that takes me like 5 seconds and I don't feel the need to make a video on. Um, yeah, just been busy lately. But I did wanted to give a little bit of a general life update because I guess in a way it is kind of a channel update too because, as much as I wish they did, those two aspects of my existence do not exist separate from one another in a bubble or something like that. They're kind of like the Gungans and the Naboo. What happens to one affects the other, sort of thing. I'm sorry, but um, yeah. So I got a new job recently, which I feel like every time I make an update video on this channel, I'm talking about like a new internship or job or what happened next, but. This one I think is a rather good fit. So last October, you may have remember, I made an update video just saying I started working, kind of doing IT support, help desk stuff, which just taking calls from people that were having IT problems, and yeah, it was. I enjoy it more than I think most people would. I think I'm actually pretty good at it, or at least I'm well suited for that job. I'm pretty good at walking people through things that are fucking up, and I guess I'm just in general semi knowledgeable about computer issues. So I think it worked out, and honestly, I really did like working there, and I still am. I'm not quitting or anything. I'm going to be working two jobs at once, which God knows when I was in high school, the idea of working two jobs at once sounded like fucking suicide to me, but here I am doing it. So yeah, like it was a fun experience, and you get the people that call in and are dicks and aren't always the most accepting of working with you, but that's any job where you have to speak with customers, I guess. So it's fine. To be fair, like 80% of people that call in are quite nice and are very very appreciative of the help I provide. So I dealt with it, but yeah, my new job is actually I think a really good fit for me. So I got a job as a video and podcast production intern somewhere, which. Yeah, I feel like most of you who know me know that's probably right up my alley a little bit. So I'm actually really excited. I start on Tuesday, and it's gonna last at the very least until about May, maybe into next fall. Kind of depends on how far I want to go with it. And then, I mean, by that point, I'm gonna be, considering like actual career options and shit like that. I'll be graduated from uni and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. Uh, like I said, it will be a little bit of a busy time, but it is the first step, I guess, in the closest thing I could say I have to a dream, which is, I guess, just to have a job that's something I'm passionate about. And I've kind of really rotated and shifted my priorities around regarding what I'm truly passionate about. For a while there, I thought it was programming, and then I learned the hard way that honestly, when shit hits the fan, I don't care about programming, and I just don't want to deal with that shit when things get rough in that career field. And I'm glad I found that out, firsthand, just because, I have no regrets about switching my major into more of a social media and I guess now a video type of focus. I mean, one of my main hobbies is this stupid YouTube channel thing. I mean, it's a good fit. Um, Not gonna lie, when I saw the job posting, I was like, yeah, this looks cool. And then I saw that they also wanted someone that did like podcast stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds right up my alley. So yeah, I applied. They really liked me. It sounded like they actually didn't get many applicants, to be fair, but they said, yeah, you were an easy pick. So we hit it off really well, and they seemed like really nice people. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit about. Well, before I get into that, I was going to get a little bit more into the whole, finding your passion and spending time the way you want to and finding the right career for you sort of thing, general college shit. But before I get into that whole mess, I guess how this affects the channel, I'm gonna actually probably be about as busy. Like I did the math, and I'll have like 1 hour less of my week because of this kind of. I let my former employer know that I got the new job, and um, they kind of just shifted my hours around so that I work like 10 less hours, so I have like that time to spend with the new position. So that integrated really well, actually. But that is still one less hour of a week where I didn't have much free time to begin with. So will it affect the channel? Will we see less videos? Sure, maybe. But the truth is, most of the time when I make videos, I kind of do it on the weekends, and my weekends have not changed at all. So I want to say no, but full disclosure, I guess, in quotes, for something that doesn't need to be disclosed, I am slightly more busier than I was before, but will you notice? Probably not. This upload rate, which is like, bare minimum for a YouTuber, I guess, probably isn't gonna get any faster or slower. At least it won't be noticeable to you guys. So if you're worried about that at all. But yeah, the only other thing regarding the channel then is that I went ahead and, well, I guess not yet, but when I get my next paycheck, I'm just dropping about almost $900 on a new laptop, which is going to actually be. I specifically got one that's gonna be good for video production stuff because the laptop I'm working on, it edits stuff fine, but rendering takes forever. It obviously was not built for anything that intensive. But yeah, it's gonna be a gaming machine too, so I can actually finally be somewhat relevant in the world of PC gaming and kind of jump in on that train, which is going to be exciting. Nothing like over the top and too powerful. Should be able to play most modern stuff, at least at regular settings. So I honestly, I think I'm always going to be kind of a console and handheld gamer first, PC gamer last. Just that's where games interest me. Um, yeah, and also just as a side thing, it's really hard to find a gaming like a made for gaming laptop that isn't just full of these obnoxious lights and weird symbols and is called like the Pussy Wrecker 5000 and shit. Like that shit's ridiculous. Like I finally found one that's like a friend actually showed it to me, and it just looks normal and isn't obnoxious to look at. That's my garage. Sorry for that cut. My garage door opened. But anyways, yeah. So I'm getting a more powerful laptop, and obviously that'll help out for my video production stuff relating to this channel as well as my new job. So that's exciting. But other than that, I guess I just wanted to say, uh, I've just had some time to reflect on the fact that I got this new job because it kind of came out of nowhere. Someone who is kind of, an authority figure within my like my major, like the department for my major, kind of led me and a few other people onto it. I was kind of the only person it seems like that was really interested, so I jumped on it. But yeah, like straight up networking is super important. It's totally what got me this job. So yeah, for those of you who are in college, they always try to hammer that into your head, but go out, meet people, introduce yourself, make sure they know what you're interested in, what you do, that sort of thing. It really helps. And like honestly, I'm one of the most probably the most introverted people you'll ever meet in your life. I don't like being in social situations with strangers if I can help it, but man, you got to do it. It's so important. It helped me out in so many professional instances, just knowing people more than I could ever really even list off. It's so important. Go out and, do something too. Just do something, whether it's like an activity that's related to like the career you want to do or just an internship or even an on-campus job. Just get experience, do something, because the closer you get to graduating, the more apparent it becomes that if you just focus on your classes, you're going to have a really rough time when you get out of there with your degree. Um, and honestly, use that time to figure out what you care about just as a person. I kind of earlier in the year just sat down and realized, There's that statistic that, like, the average American adult spends something like a fourth or a third or something weird of their adult life just at work. It's probably, I don't know the exact percentage, but it's pretty large. It's significant, and I just kind of figured, the one thing I'm going to prioritize in life is I'm going to make that main source of income something I give a fuck about. And probably for the first time in my life, I felt the first tangible step towards that. Just with this internship opportunity, it's finally some form of professional experience in a field that I really, really love. So be careful with how you spend your time. Just go out and do something, get experience, and that can be easier said than done. Especially, some people's situations are different than others, and it's not always easy to do. But yeah, it's just some general life advice, I guess. I don't know. Um, Even if you're, I don't know. I have a lot of friends who are in majors that feel like they have no future just because they feel unemployable. But I think there's some validity in the point that personal happiness is more important than salary. And I mean, there are majors that, for all intents and purposes, you're going to have one hell of a time finding a way of sustaining yourself as an individual if you go down that route. But I really do think that you personally should be the decider of that and should figure out, weighing the pros and cons of you being happy versus getting a job that's gonna, make you rich or or something like that. If I had went down the programming route still, I feel like I would have been miserable, but I would have been making way more than what I would be now. But that was just kind of a decision I made for myself, right? I would rather be happier than, rolling around in cash, I guess, for better or for worse. There's a point where you just need to sit down and, you know, make sure the thing you're doing or the thing you're aiming for is sustainable for you emotionally. But yeah, find something that interests you enough to just keep on giving a shit. It doesn't need to be a perfect fit. I feel like the idea of a perfect job that you love coming to every day is kind of a myth. Like, work is still work no matter what. There's always going to be shit days, but find something that is sustainable, is my honest advice. Just on an emotional level and an interest level, I think you'll be a lot happier with it. And just, use time wisely, I guess, especially if you're young. It's more important than you might think. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just some random general life bits. But yeah, I guess I should talk about the game being played in the video right now. So this is my first successful run of Downwell that I actually played through the game and beat it. I've been working towards that ever since I started playing Downwell late last year. It's a really fun game. I included in my top 10 favorite games of last year. Um, and I don't know, it's very skill based. I have it both on my phone, on PS4 now. Actually, I just bought it recently again, and on my computer. And just when I have downtime between classes and stuff, I'd play it. When I had downtime at home, I'd break open my laptop and play it a little bit. And it was just kind of a little pet project of mine, getting better at this game and learning the combo system in and out, and finally just beating it. So yeah, this is my first successful run of it. I decided as I was getting closer and closer to the end and having better and better runs that I should probably be recording myself playing the game. And sure enough, the one time I recorded the game and I beat it, I was super excited and happy. Checked the footage. There was no audio because I fucked up something. So I was gonna make it into like a one episode Let's Play thing, but I couldn't do that since there's no audio and that'd be weird. So I just went ahead and I figured I'd use the footage for this. So. But yeah, it's something I practiced and practiced at, and eventually I, overcame the hurdles in front of me, and I was good enough to finally do the thing. So I beat the game, and I've beat the game many times since. I'm actually kind of mad I didn't start with the PS4 version, or at least hook up my DualShock 4 with the PC version, because man, playing this game on a phone is miserable, and then playing it on a keyboard is what I thought was pretty good, but man, as soon as I plugged in the PS4 version and started using the controller, like runs got 20 times more easier. So yeah, I beat the game this first time with a keyboard, but I haven't looked back at using that since then, just because I feel like the controller is a way better fit, at least for me personally, for being this game. But yeah, it just goes to show if you put time aside during your week to just, fulfill some sort of weird pet project or hobby or something like that. If you really practice at it, keep going, you can eventually accomplish anything if you really put your mind to it. And I mean, sometimes you just find that you aren't well adjusted to things and you kind of just maybe give up or redirect to another project if things don't work out, and that always works too. I mean, I do think that there are some things that you try to go ahead and accomplish and they don't always work out. Like for me recently, kind of have taken time off from playing fighting games just because I guess the more and more I played of them, kind of the less interested I got in practicing and spending time towards that, towards getting good at that genre of video game. So I kind of redirected that elsewhere. But I mean, recently I kind of have been getting more into Devil May Cry 4 because that game has a really great combat system, and just kind of getting more practice. The advanced play of that has kind of filled that void that fighting games kind of left in my heart, I guess. So, uh, yeah, I mean, I feel like everything that at first may seem like a failure, you can always kind of redirect into something positive elsewhere. And yeah, sometimes the time you spend with video games can, in a weird way, kind of come full circle with what's going on with life. So yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up the video. That's all I really wanted to talk about. So I hope something in here was helpful to you. I'll try to upload more often. I have a new Let's Play that I'm going to be working on whenever I find the time for it. Maybe this weekend I'll get to editing that together. I have a full playthrough of a game recorded. I just need to talk over it, edit it together, and put it into chunks and stuff, and then upload them. So yeah, look forward to that. It'll start up soon. I wanted to Let's Play Resident Evil 4 for like a Halloween October-y thing, but that ended up kind of not working out because I was a little bit more busy than I expected, and with how my midterms and projects and stuff all lined up, it just it kind of became impossible to do a whole Let's Play of a game that's not the longest but long enough, and study and do all the work I needed to keep up my grades. So sorry about that, but maybe next time, or maybe later in the year, next year even, I can always go back play that game. It's always a good time for Resident Evil 4. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Oh, and this is probably my last chance. If you're American and you're going out to vote, which you should, just whatever you do, please just don't vote for Trump. Jesus Christ, he's disgusting. Oh, it's me again, from the future. One thing I forgot. I just realized as I was editing this video. So I went ahead and made a Discord just because a few people had requested that something like that be made. Um, so if you want to just go ahead and speak with other people, have a nice little text and voice chat, just with other people who are fans of this channel, that's going to be linked down below. Yeah, I just had a few people request that I create that. So there's a nice little community around this channel now, that you can go and enter through the link down below. Yeah, it feels kind of like weird and narcissistic, I guess, to have like a Discord dedicated to my videos. I don't know, it feels weird to me, but people wanted it, and I've had a lot of fun so far in it. I stop in from time to time, say hi, and chat with people, and I'm on voice chat sometimes, so if you want to say hello or just meet up with people, have fun, that'll be linked below. Just don't be a dick, or else I'll kick you out, I guess. So yeah, have a good one. Night, guys.